You gonna be good today? Yeah. I wish I could stay home with you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You got water?
I have water. Are you meeting me there?
Yep.
Okay, I love you.
I'll do. Bye.
Thank you. I graduated with a degree in biology and chemistry, and I knew that I always wanted to work with animals, but I wasn't sure in what capacity. But I wanted to be in a therapeutic area that I was interested in. Well, oncology touches so many people's lives, and I know it touched my family in a big way. So I thought that that would be a really good cause and a really good, passion for me. Good morning. Good morning. I do preclinical oncology research. I work with mice and rats to test potential new chemotherapy drugs before they go into humans. Hey, Bev. Hey, I got these tumor maintenance sheets on my desk from Brenda. Do you want to go through what you want?
Yes. We have a clinical study that's going to start very soon.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is get some of our very representative human tumors and have them imaged before and after drug.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds good.
Well, that sounds good to me too. Thanks.
We ready? All right, we're gonna do Colo 205-259, Adam's colon model. These are all chemotherapies. That's treatment for breast cancer. Ready to go dose? So we have tumored animals here on study. The cancer's grown subcutaneously in the animal's flank. The cells would then grow into a tumor that we could run our studies on.
In cancer research, we need a lot of different tools. The nude mouse is the tool for our research because it actually accepts human tissue and doesn't reject it. We actually inject human cancer cells under the skin of the mouse and allow that to grow into a tumor. We apply different investigational drugs to see if that tumor will respond to the potential therapy. Because we have a live animal, we can also look at the effects of that agent. It could be that that agent is causing negative side effects. It could be that the animal tolerates it very well.
What we do is measure the tumors with a caliper twice weekly so that we can tell if the tumors are growing as they should be, so to make sure the model is working. Or more importantly, to see if the drug is working. Checking to make sure they're maintaining their weight. That way we can assess their health status. If I feel like any mouse is not doing well, we have an on-site veterinarian that will come back and take a look at them at that point. But all these mice look alert and happy.
Jen has worked for me for over 5 years. A few years ago, Jen approached me in my office, and I'll never forget the day. She had felt a lump in her breast and needed to go to the doctor. There was 3 days of silence here. This is a very vibrant place, and there was absolute silence. And the new meaning of cancer was permanently imprinted on everybody here. My first diagnosis was 2004. It was stage 1 breast cancer, and I was 29 years old. And I didn't think I was gonna die. Came back to work, worked part-time throughout my whole treatment. When my cancer returned in 2008, that was a totally different story. I mean, I was so sick. It's hard to come back from that kind of sickness without being changed in many different ways.
The loss that you experience when you go through a major disease like this is overwhelming. I don't think people really realize. The loss of my hair didn't really bother me that much. I have a pretty good looking bald head. The loss of my breasts were huge. I mean, at 29 years old, to have that taken away from you, it's not fair. None of this is fair. Too many losses. Today I have to go to Duke for my treatment. I'm going to get IV chemotherapy, and then I'm going to also be there for a bone scan and a CT scan. I'm here for a bone scan and CT. So often they have trouble finding anything up here. They usually have to hit here or in the hand.
We'll need to hit one of these. So
I'm a difficult stick.
big stick. I don't think we're going to get in this one unless You're turning purple. If they've had problems, we don't want to go. You're just kind of spongy all over there. So.
Yeah.
There's one in CT, yeah, there's two in CT. No connection, no emotion.
Hey, I can't get it. So I think I just told her I wanted to go upstairs and have her put it in.
Back over to the clinic. Can I call ahead and let you know, let them know you're coming?
I can. She didn't know if they would do it or not.
Going down the line, I'm trying to find the one that has the most cheaper where yours don't have much on.
They're tired.
They are tired. Do you want to take a deep breath in for me? 1, 2, 3, pinch. Blow, 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 blow. Just trying to get it right on top of it. All right, we're in. Good. We have mojo though.
I did.
What we're doing is we're going to inject this radioactive tracer through your IV for your bone scan, and then we'll take pictures of you 2 hours from now.
Okay.
You don't have to do anything special except for drinking lots of fluids for now and the time of the scan. We're going to see how well your bones accumulate this medicine. If you have any disease or damaged bone, it's going to show up in that part of your bone more than your normal bone.
Right.
It shows up as a hot spot, so we're going to try and evaluate that.
Okay.
We're injecting the medicine now.
Okay, have a seat.
probably got
We'll let
10
them know you're
minutes.
here. It'll be a few minutes.
Right.
Right.
Thank you. During the downtime between treatment and appointment, we decided to go up to 9300. It's the oncology ward where I lived for a couple of months. We were able to meet with some of the patients, and some of them were pretty rough. I just wanted to come in here, wish you well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Have you been here long?
I come every 3 weeks.
I was on 9300 for a couple months
You have breast
during my
cancer.
recovery. I do. Stage 4.
Okay, I had breast cancer when I was in my 20s. I have sarcoma now.
Oh, wow.
So,
So you had breast cancer in your 20s.
yes,
And you've lived this long with it and battled it
yes.
your whole life almost. So you're more of an inspiration to me than anything.
I went through a 9-month pregnancy while I had breast cancer too.
Wow.
So,
That must have been an emotional ordeal.
well, I was young and stupid. I knew a whole lot then.
So you were pregnant when they found out that you had cancer?
I kept telling them there was
Yeah.
something wrong. Yeah,
Yeah. And the baby was fine?
he's fine. Yeah,
Good.
baby strapping, 40-year-old now.
Oh, that was lucky.
Yes, very.
That was very lucky.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Well,
for
I'll keep
sure.
you in my prayers and my thoughts.
Thank you so much, and I will you too.
Thank you. Thank you. I got emotional. Mike said that I was looked that exact same way when I was up there as well. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe I was able to come this far.
This sheet here is going to go underneath of your elbows. So lift your arms up to the ceiling. This table gets skinnier. So go ahead and put them straight down by your sides. And just wrap you up like a little burrito, okay?
When I'm laying in that scanner, it's amazing just thinking about what I'm going through and what rodents in a research lab would go through. I'm feeling all of the same injections. I'm feeling all of the same kind of stress. And I'm thankful that through animal research, I'm even able to be scanned. So looking at the bone scan, I can see highlighted spots in the pelvic area, and also taken up in the sternum where I have known bone cancer. That's where my known cancer spots are. And hopefully they won't see anything else today. Thank you so much. They said they would put me on the list.
Yeah.
So this is a bone scan that we use to look for any sort of metastatic spread that the patient may have from their primary tumor.
You're getting yourself all worked up. It's gonna be fine.
Oh yeah. Always is till it isn't.
It's really not something you should be saying to me. The waiting stinks. You just try to not let your anxiety creep up on you. Waiting for your scan results is always the hardest because you're always expecting the worst, even though you're hoping for the best. I think about what we would do if it's bad news. I think about just getting home and taking a nap when this horrible day is over.
Don't do what I'm doing. You do your part. I'll do my part.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Good.
All right. So we're just
Going for it.
okay. Good. So the scans look great.
Yay!
Let's see. So the bone scan is unchanged. How are we feeling? About 12 weeks. Okay.
Oh, instead of,
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing this for a while.
yeah.
Because at this point, you know, the longer the treatment works, the longer it should work. And I know that I've been doing them fairly frequent in you because I wanted to reassure myself it was going to continue to work and behave itself, but it has. That's about it.
Okay.
Okay.
This is an easy one, right?
You know, Jen really represents a special kind of patient. She represents a patient and a person, really, that's benefited from these new drugs. But she also not only helps me learn the true importance of developing these drugs, but also how the animal models directly translate to her benefit. As a research scientist and as a clinician, one of the things that I think a lot about is why it is that when we utilize medicines in the lab, they kill cancer cells right and left. But yet, when we give them to patients, they don't necessarily work as well as we want them to. And animal models, where you can understand, is the drug getting where it's going, what is it doing to the tumor over a period of time, really helps us and should help us to figure out this critical link between why a drug kills cells in the lab, in the test tube, and doesn't necessarily kill the cancer like we would like it to in people.
Yeah. told you it was gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So, our appointment up in treatment isn't for a while, but I think we should just go get checked in and see if we can get in there early.
Tell me about your research.
Well, I work testing chemotherapeutic agents against clients' drugs.
My daughter worked in a lab where they were using the mice for research, and she had to quit. She couldn't take, like, seeing tumors induced on mice or whatever, you know. She was just, like, devastated. She's all about the animals.
So am I. Most of the people I work with actually are big animal lovers.
Really? But aren't you inducing illness on these little animals?
I am. But I'm the best one to give them the care that they need during their
Yeah.
sickness. And honestly, I've seen many more patients in worse shape than any animal that I've worked with in a clinical setting. And it is hard sometimes, but at the end of the day, I feel really good about it.
Good.
It's been a long day. Thank you. Being in this bed brings back bad memories. Mike and I are putting away Christmas decorations. It must have been December 2004. And I lifted a box up to him in the attic and felt something really just painful in my left breast. So went to my OBGYN and it came back as breast cancer. It was stage 1. Then I had a double mastectomy by choice. Took the second breast just because I felt like I wanted to be the most aggressive as I could with this. I was 29 years old at the time and I wasn't willing to risk it. So I stayed on tamoxifen for 2.5, 3 years, and at that time decided that Mike and I wanted to try to have a family, and was able to get pregnant. And I was pregnant with twins when my cancer returned in the spring of 2008. The breast cancer was back. Same type of cells, but now they were located in my liver, dispersed throughout my whole liver, and 2 spots in my bone. I lost the twins at 17 weeks gestation. They were spontaneously aborted. My husband and I didn't have to make the decision to end the pregnancy. They kind of made that decision for us, which is part of what saved my life, I think, at that point. But within 8 hours of them being born, I was on life support. My lungs were filling with fluid, my kidneys were failing. I was on 24-hour dialysis, and I was having liver failure. I remember being so weak that I couldn't feed myself. I remember taking my first 10 steps with a walker, not knowing whether I was ever going to be my true self again. Not ever remember thinking that I would never be able to go back to work. Seriously grieving the loss of my children. I remember thinking and asking myself, maybe it would just be better if I had died. Our hope is that these drugs will keep my breast cancer at bay. Our hope is that these drugs will keep my breast cancer from spreading or growing. And if there ever comes a time where these treatments stop to work, which does happen often in these kind of cases with stage 4 breast cancer, our hope by that time there will be a new wonder drug on the market that we could try. That's why I think it's so important that we continue the research. I'm personally vested in that. We can find the next miracle drug, maybe not for a cure, but something else that will help to attack this disease that's filled my liver and my bones. How are you? How's your day? Huh? Guess what? Mommy got good scan results. Yes, I did.
Jen's disease not limit her from doing the things that she wants to do in life. She spent a week in Paris this spring. She spent a week kayaking rivers of the Northwest this summer. She's recently taken up scuba diving. When she was diagnosed originally, one of the things we talked about was you fight it or you give up. And we work every day to fight it, and we go to work every day so that somebody else down the line doesn't have to do this. Allowing her to live the life that she wants to live and we want to live is a big part of surviving. Surviving's not holding on for an extra few months just to be there. It's actually living the life that you want to live.
Come on, bud. I need some love.